Yeah, hi guys. I hope everyone has joined the call. So let's start the class. Okay. Today, what we are going to see is box model. That means the advanced part of the CSS styling and all. So yesterday, what we have discussed is the basic styling and the spacing and all. We are developing that the CSS selectors, those kind of stuffs we have worked on, we have checked, and we have explained those things. Today, what we have do is so explain about the uh, advanced part like a box model thing, flex box, and the responsive design. Responsive design is nothing but the same design is working for the both the mobile devices, desktop devices, and the tablet devices. So the tablet devices is very small compared to desktop, and the big is big when compared to mobile devices. So let's start. Okay. So it's an advanced layout technique for the web development. So what we have discussed yesterday is the box, the basic styling, and the basics CSS and the styling part we have discussed on. So today we are going to discuss about the advanced layout techniques and the mobile friendly techniques also we have to discuss on. Okay. So the next thing is CSS box model. So box model is nothing but every CSS is maintained and elaborated with that box model. So I'll show you. So this is the Amazon website. So I'm just inspecting those things. Uh, so here you see, this is the box model. This position is nothing but the whole screen of the particular elements. Okay, then this is the content that what we have seen, what is the main content of this. Okay, so yesterday also we are discussing about that, so today we are discussing more about this. Okay, so the second one is the padding. Padding is nothing but it just giving the space inside the particular content. So if I'm providing the padding as a 10 pixels, 10 pixels, so you see zero, top zero, uh, right zero, and the bottom zero. Maybe if I'm giving this as a 10, 10, 10, 10 for four sides, so the main content could be strinked, and the thing would be changed. So here the main content should be 1500 into 600, right? So what I was going to do is uh, this is the page content, right? So in this page content I'm going to write the padding as 10 pixels. So you see this 1500 has shrinked to uh, 10 pixels in the left and the 10 pixels in the right, so it is going as a 980. Initially I guess it is a thousand I guess. So it just shrinked to 980. So this is the example for padding. So you see this main content has the 10 pixels in the right, and the 10 pixels in the left also. I mean, this is the left. In the right also it is just shrinked to 10 pixels. This is called as padding. So if we want uh, to shrink our pages, means we can use the padding. And the second one is the border. Border means it is the visible or invisible line around the padding. Around the padding only we have this border. Border is nothing but this area is called as a after this customer service, there is one uh, w- I mean the line is showing, right? That is called as a border. So how I can show you is, I'm just giving you the same thing, border as 10 pixels, so that we can just clarify uh, which is I mean added. I think it is not added because just to remove this margin. It gives the border of the padding part. That means this part. So I'm just giving 10 pixels. I'm just editing over here only, solid black. So you see, there is one line should be added here with the black in color. So maybe I just added different color so that you can able to see that. So the red in color is added. So this is the outermost element for the padding part. Okay. So the 10 pixels is showing like this. So if I added as a 2 to 3 pixels, means it's a very small in line. The pixel should be shown with the line that we have drawn on. Okay. So you see, the 2 pixels border is shown upon for all the sides, left, right, top and bottom. The third one is margin. It is the outermost element, uh, outermost part of the page. So if I add a margin as 10 pixels, 10 pixels, so you see, this is the content. The yellow color is the content. This gray color is shown as the padding. This red is the border, and after that we have a I mean, margin is there, but if I added the margin, it is not stringed actually. The main content is not going to string. It just taking the space. What I mean, whatever the space is already occupied means that same space is occupied for the content. There is a no change in the content. If it is the change in the content means that time we are going to add as the padding space. So the margin will just give the space, but the original content space is not going to change anywhere. This is the visual explanation of the box model thing. So we can go over here, the same thing. The content means the actual text, image or the media inside that. Padding, it is the space inside the box actually. So if we are going to give some padding means, it just string the particular uh, I mean particular page or the content. Border means it is giving the space or the border area to the particular padding area or content area. Margin, it is the outside of the space. It is going to created. And also, if it is not, if it the border is there means, it is not going to affect the main content. uh, the same thing, margin versus padding. uh, 1 minute, there is one more thing. Okay, there is another one. Okay. The difference between the margin and padding means it just extends from the, I mean, after the content only we have the padding. So if we are going to give the background color to the content means, it just apply to the padding area also. Like, I'll just show you an example so that you can able to easily able to understand that. So I'm just giving the background color as there is the color is already added, right? But I'm just change that color as blue. So that time this background color is for the main content only I'm adding. but that main content is this yellow color. This blue color is affected for the padding area also. You see this gap is the padding area, right? So that means the padding color, I mean background color is affected for the padding area also, but it is not affected for the border area. Always transparent or no background is created. And the third one is affects clickable area of buttons. Maybe if I am going to uh, add the padding for the button means, it just if I click the padding area inside the button, so everywhere we just click the button, right? Like button has the padding 10 pixels means, maybe some of the user will yeah, some of the user is going to click the padding area also, might be. So that time it is going to added in the uh, it is also going to be clickable part. And in the margin side it is the extend outward from the border. After the border only it is having, but it is not affected the content part. And also it is not having any background. It is the transparent in color. That means the transparent color is the white in color, and it is giving the spacing between the elements, so it is not going to string the particular content part. Actually this is the most important question is going to ask in your interviews actually. Why it is important means, um, this is how our web page, I mean the css web page is going to be happen. So it is the most important question, that's why I'm just added here. Then the second most important part is the Flexbox. Flexbox is nothing but it just give the alignment, direct alignment to the every content actually. So like for example, um, I'm just giving an example so that you guys can easily know what is this. I'm just refresh this page because the changes what I have made is going to be so you see, uh, this page has the four number of cards. So we can say this one box is called as a card. Another card, there is a four number of cards are there in our page. It is the desktop version, so we are able to see four number of cards. So you see one difference is, for those four number of cards is also the same width and height. So if our one card is having I mean one card have this much space means it is not going to be visible for it is not worth to see this page, right? So it is having a same width and height. So how we are going to add that? Using the display flex method only they are going to add at this. So for example, I'm just toggle this device as the mobile device to see how it is showing. Okay, let's wait for a few minutes to. Where is the card? 1 minute guys, it is not shown up. So this content is not visible for mobile device. I'll just. Okay, this is also a desktop mode, but it is having a some space, I mean the area should be stringed. So in that case also, that four number of cards are shown, but the width is going to be stringed. Like initially it is somehow some bigger width, but now it is a very smaller width. So I'm just string this page. So now I can able to see only three number of cards in this. So the fourth card is added like this. Three of cards will be added. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just shrink this page very low. So the developers can't able to write every line of code to every number of devices. So if for example I'm going to design this amazon.com website means I'm just to develop this page for in like 2025. So in the 2026 maybe some new phones are introduced. That phone is very small in size means I cannot able to rewrite the code actually. So that time what we can do is using the flex model, I mean the flexbox model, we can easily able to write the code. If the new device comes in, new size of the devices comes in also, that is automatically dynamically applied the style and dynamically it is going to be worked. So that's how the flexbox is used for the used in the css part. I'll I'll explain you more in the Flexbox part. So, first one is the arrangement of the Flexbox items. Flexbox is the nothing but it is arranging the item with the I mean the developer specified one with the horizontal mode or the vertical mode. Horizontal means every, I mean this is the horizontal element. First row and the second row, this is the horizontal element, and the vertical is show, I mean named as the columns. This is the first column, this is the second column. We have a two columns and the two rows are there. Okay, easily switch between, we can easily switch between the rows and columns. So if maybe during the review time we are going to supposed to use the vertical column means we just change the only one line of property, we are going to change that. And the second use case is it is distribute the space evenly. Maybe if we have a space, the total width should be 1200 means if we have a three number of a card element card flex box is there means it just split the three space, I mean 1200 divided by 3. So it just giving us 400 to every row or the column part. Okay, align with precision. It just align the particular elements or the card to the I mean the developer specified one, using the vertical vertical, horizontal or the center elements. And it is creating this responsive layouts. So as I already told you, it is giving the responsive mode because if I'm using the mobile devices to run this web page means it just giving the model with the responsive mode. The second, how the flexbox is working, the core concepts we have to discuss on. First one is the flex container. Maybe I'll just explain you in the code, maybe you guys can easily understand about that. For I'm just name it as a flex. I'm just having a uh, development with the name as class card. So inside the card I'm just add as a flex one. Same thing I'm just going to add it as a flex 2 and a flex 3, 2 and 3. Now I'm just added the main div for the class name as um, flex container, the name suggests. Okay, now I need to add the css part. For now I'm just added as a inline, I mean internal css. Okay, internal css flex container. I'm just add then display as flex. That time how it is going to happen is, I'm just show you. Oh, sorry. Flex 1, flex 2 and flex 3s are equally taking the space, but it does not have properly aligned because the items, I mean the direction is not given. So the direction name is called flex direction. Row means one by one, that is a horizontal one. Column means vertical one. So I'm just already it is row, so I'm just giving as a column. Column means it's taking the same space, same height and width, but it is having a column mode. Okay, that is a this is the example for the flex container. So this flex container has a each element. This is the first element, the card is the second element, the third element. We have a three number of elements, but those three elements are occupied to the flex containers css properties. If I am going to add one more property inside the flex container means it just knowing that the machine is going to know that there is a four number of elements are there, so we need to occupy those spaces as a four number of elements. So this is how it's working. And this elements are called as the flex items. So we'll go back to the slides. Okay, this is called as a flex items. Flex items is nothing but the direct children of the flex container, will be positioned according to the flexbox rules. So the flexbox rules are going to be added. And the main axis means we are introduced the direction of the particular flexbox. So we have introduced the horizontal, I mean row and column. Horizontal means a row, vertical means columns. And the cross axis also we have. Cross axis means every element has aligned with the particular part, either it is the center alignment, left alignment or right alignment is going to be added. So that is the cross axis. So it is perpendicular direction to the main axis. Okay, essential flexbox properties. For the layout direction we have a row and a column. And also if we want to reverse those elements means we can give it as a row reverse or a column reverse. So using that it's just going to reverse those elements. I mean the first element is going to be added in the last element. So the same, the name suggests it's just going to the same. And the main axis alignment, so that is the justify content. The content inside the particular flex items is going to be aligned as the uh, center flex start, while doing with the start of the flex. And the space between inside that we have some spaces over there. So this is the main axis alignment. And the cross axis alignment means we have aligned the elements with the center flex start and the stretch means if the content is very small, but if we have a more number of spaces means that elements is going to be stretched. It's like a normal image format only. If we are uh, taking one image for only one particular part means if in that time if we have a more number of the space between the camera having more number of space means it just stretch those elements, right? That is called as a stretch. And the space between the elements. So if we are if I want the spacing between the two element is between the particular space means we are going to do that. This is the one thing. And the second one is the third one is the most important one is web design fundamentals. Like, as we already discussed, so if our web page is running in the mobile devices means any other mobile device. Some mobile devices have the width as 328 pixels, some devices have the 500 pixels. So maybe Samsung, some of the models will also have that. That's a wide range of width is there. So for all the size of the web page, all the mobile, tablet, or the desktop version, it is going to be our website is going to be look very nice, and only one code will able to access for all the devices. Maybe if the new devices comes in means that time also our web page looks great in that particular device. So how we can develop is using the responsive web designs only we can able to do that. So as of now we have a three different uh, number of devices are there to using the website. First one is the mobile devices. Everyone have the mobile devices. That mobile devices pixels width is starting from 320 pixels to 768 pixels. So in the responsive mode we are only focusing on the uh, width of the particular device. We are not focusing on the height. Why we are not focusing on the height means, if we have a large number of elements are showing, that means that time also the particular person will able to scroll the pages. So that is not having any problem to scroll the page to vertically. That means if my web page have the height as a 120 pixels means I can able to, if the particular elements is not showing means I just vertically scrolling our page. But at the same time if I'm going to horizontally also scrolling the page means it is very difficult to the user and it is getting irritating to the users also. So that's why we just maintain only the width. We are not considering the height. So the mobile devices width is considered as 3 starting from 320 pixels to 768 pixels. The phones and the smaller number of tablets. So the tablet devices having with 768, you can note it down in somewhere else because it is a very important part. So some of the interviewers will also ask the questions here. Why I am not giving any hint to the HTML pages? So HTML is a very easy one and everyone is needed to use the HTML. So some of the interviewers may not ask any questions in HTML. They start from the CSS basics and the advanced CSS parts only. They will raise the question in the interviews. So you can note it down somewhere else or you can memorize this thing because it is very important. Then the tablet device have the size width size as 768 pixels to 1024 pixels. That is a medium sized device we can say. And the desktop device is starting from 1024 pixels, and we are not having any yet because currently we have a 65 inches TV, 75 inches TV, somehow say 85 inches TV is also introduced. So we are not able to consider that, but our device starts from desktop device starts from 1024 pixels. Okay. In our class, what we are going to develop today is we just create one card. Okay, so that card will have the element as the flex direction, I mean flex thing. So inside that flex thing, I'm just going to add some more cards, so that card will have the flex. So how we can introduce, how we can develop those things, we can add that. So after that, what we have to is, so we can add the card with the box model. So using that, I'm just giving some spaces inside that padding, and also margin I'm going to add, and also the border thing also we are going to add. And the third one is media queries. So the responsive web designs will able to add it in the using the media queries, so that we can do with this media, using the media queries. Okay, now we can go into the code. What I'm going to do is, I'm just added as a example dot html. I'm just going to write here document type html. I'm just taking this. We need to end the html. Yes. Okay. What I'm going to do is, first we are focusing on the box model. So I'm just added one card, div class as card. Before that we need a flex content, right? So I'm just added like this, div class profile. I'm just named it as a profile. The class name, I'm just name it as a profile. So we need one more thing is, we need a style sheet. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just link the I mean style sheet, that is a style dot css. I'm just a link rel style sheet. I'm just added the href as style dot css. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. And I'm just going to close this link. So inside the profile we have a card. So the card will have the information like I just added one h3 element, or else yesterday also we developed one card, right? So we just use that card, same thing. Why we are going to use the different one? So I'm just using the same card, but with three different elements. Avatar 4, I name it as a 4, and name it as a 3. And then I'm just giving this a, so we have a profile. So inside the profiles we have a three number of cards are there. I mean three number of peoples are there. Okay. So first initially you without the css part, I'm just going to run this page to show you how it is visible. So we have example page and the html example 1 2, jane doe and the williams is there. Okay, so we just change the thing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just copying the cart thing. Not this profile one. So now I'm just going to, it is looking like this, but it is not, because the outermost element, div element, I am not added as the flex container, so that's why it is showing like this. So what we are going to do is, I'm just taking this profile as the class name, and here I'm just going to write the code profile. So inside the profile, what we are going to add is first that display as flex, and then the flex direction would be, I'm just giving as a row first to show you how it is going to add it. So I'm just reloading this page. So you see our, uh, the elements is one by one, right? But if I'm providing as the row, means it is taking this space, but it is not giving the uh, exact format, right? So I'm just doing some more changes. I'm just giving the gap as 20 pixels to, so we see. So now you see, it is taking the space, and it is just giving the space with the 20 pixels. So now, if I want this particular direction would be column, means I'm just changing this as a column, so that time it is looking like this. So row is fine, so I'm just giving as a row. And also, this element is not taking the space as the width as this. So what I'm going to do is, so every card has the some separate width, right? That's why it is not occupying the whole space. We have some spaces, that's why it is not occupying. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just changing, I mean just commenting this width, so that time, so the outermost elements also have some width. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just inspecting this element card. So you see, if I'm going to increase the width, means it just taking the particular card element is going to be stretched. 426 is the right width, so I'm just giving this as a 426 pixels. Okay, I'll just show you why I'm not going to use the media queries. I'll just explain you, wait. So it is looking like this, and it is occupying the space. So you see, it is occupying the spaces. So every gap is 20 pixels, so it just directly taking that. So if I'm added the width as 500 pixels also, that time also it is taking like this only. Okay, this is how it is working. And we just add one more property, is called as a space between, that means the name is called as a, give me a minute, sorry, the name is called as, I'm just forgetting that name. So 1 minute guys, sorry for that. Justify content, so the content is going to be justified. Justify content as space between, space between. So inside the between elements, it is going to be added space evenly, means evenly it is taking the space, evenly is also taking the space. And alignment of the elements, we can say it as a align items. Item means every card is called as item, so I'm just adding as a center, so it just aligned in the center part. Maybe if I'm going to add in the flex start element, that something like that, means it just taking the uh, part in the right or left element. Okay, this is how it is working. So let's say if our page will have the uh, I'm just running this page in the mobile devices means the mobile device is also working fine, but somehow we are not able to see the every lines, because you see the content inside the elements is very small in size, so we can't able to see the things, right? So how we can do is, so using the media queries we can able to do that. How? I'll just show you how. Sorry, how we can do that. Okay, using that, add media, then we can add with the uh, add for the mobile devices. So for the mobile devices, how we can do is, uh, the width is only going to considered. We can say it as a min width of tablet devices, width we can say, so that every other than the tablet devices, the smaller width size of the tablet devices would be shown with, would be accessing this particular width. Okay, that is called as a min width. I'm just giving as a 728 pixels. 728 pixels is the uh, I mean 728 pixels is the width of the particular one. So I'm just giving the profile as the name, that the class name. So I'm just giving the flex direction as column, because uh, already every for every sizes it is the row in size, so I'm just giving as a column. So if it is the mobile devices means, so I'm just running this page. So that time you see the card elements is showing with one by one column, but it is not even visible very clearly. So how we can do is, the card element is there, so for that I'm just giving the width as 100 percentage. So 100 percentage will take this. I'm just writing the code here itself, so that easily main card is taking the 100 percentage, but the width is not there. I mean the avatar width is not there. So what I'm going to do is, for this mobile devices avatar design only, uh, I'll just change the width and height. Okay, width, I'm just giving the uh, 200 pixels. Actually the pixels that we have given is just uh, normal mathematic calculations only. First we can see if it is working fine or not. If it is not working means we just change that. Okay, div class 100 percentage, I'm just giving as a 90 percentage. So 90 percentage means it is visible for all, and the height would be 100 percentage. It is not going to change, because height is a very common thing, so it is not take giving the major impact for that. So uh, height, I'm just giving the 100 pixels. 100 pixels is very stringed, so I'm just increase the size. Yeah, it is visible for all. So that time I'm just going to change the width also. Yeah, it is visible for all the mobile devices. So I'm just copying this change and paste it here. Avatar changes, and then this content is also not visible. So we just first focus on the button part. Btn dot btn, I'm going to add that. uh, Now what I'm going to do is, I'm just clicking this where we can add this btn. So I'm just added a with as uh, 200 pixels to see first. Oh, the card 90. We have a border as none, color as white, background color, padding as 10 pixels, 15 pixels, border radius as 5 pixels. So how we can going to do is with first I'm going to change the padding, then only it is going to it is not going to shrink the page. Now I'm going to add the height of this also. I'm just giving the 200 pixels. 100 pixels is fine because 200 is very 90 pixels. Okay, 390 is fine. But somehow why it is not visible means inside this button we have some text, right? So we need to give the font size. So I'm just giving the font size as 30 pixels to see. Yeah, it is very visible and it is easy to accessible for all the users, so we can easily able to see, right? So this gap 20 pixels is not very well aligned for the this one, so I'm just going to add this gap as 30 pixels. 30 pixels also somewhat good but not nice, so I'm just add as a 40. Okay, this is how somewhat. Then we have this name div container, so that f- inside that a font size has 14 pixels. So what I'm going to add is the container elements font size would be 14. Initially it is 14, so I'm just giving as a 26 to see how it is visible. Somewhat it is visible, but the color is not really nice, so I'm just added the color as black for only this device, so that time it is visible perfectly and also easily able to see. But if I'm going to run this page in the uh, desktop device means, I mean laptop. One minute guys. It is min width only 768. Okay, let's say 768. That means how? Okay, it is a laptop, tablet, mobile. Mobile is working fine. Laptop is also taking the same, but this is not right. Uh, for mobile, 320 pixels, right? So I'm just giving the max with this 320 pixels. Mobile 368.